So let me set you a little scene. There I am, Tuesday night, just put my slippers and my smoking jacket on, sat down, looking at my phone, and then I came across this clip. And I went, how's he done that then? That was 3 shots, and he's managed to take down a rocketeer, which is 3 shots of an anvil. So then began my furious investigation work, and it led me to the secret anvil tech that I'm going to show you today. That is the anvil splitter and the extended barrel. For those of you that don't know, the anvil splitter essentially just turns the gun into a shotgun. For 70% less projectile damage, you will fire 4 more bullets when you fire a round. It doesn't cost any more ammo, it's just 1 bullet, but the projectile spreads into 4. Now, pair this with the extended barrel. The extended barrel moderately increases your bullet's velocity, and that velocity is what allows us to essentially bully any flying arc in Arc Raiders. Now, you can find the anvil splitter during the trophy display quest. If you complete the 3rd step, you'll actually get 3 of them. But if you've already claimed them and lost them, then you can find them in Stella Montis or in Damn Battleground Staff Room on like a nighttime raid or a hurricane raid. But they are quite rare to find in the wild. I didn't find one until the trophy display quest. For the extended barrel, I actually got the blueprint for getting 3 stars in a trial, so just keep doing trials until you get one. Trials are very good for getting attachments anyway, so that'll probably be your best bet, just to grind trials until you either get the blueprint or until you find one. That's all very well and good, but tell me, how does it actually bully the arc? Well, for any flying arc, if you shoot them with this combo, the velocity will just keep pushing them back and they'll not be able to react. For like wasps and hornets or any drones, they just get sent flying back and you keep going as long as you're firing. Look at that drone, he's off. For rocketeers, it more so just disrupts them, throws them off balance, moves them side to side, tilts them, it puts their aim off, apart from that one, and it also has a chance to down them, like you've seen in the TikTok clip at the start of the video. But under investigation, I've kind of learned that there's a few nuances if you are looking to, by the way, check that dodge, to find the sweet spot of tipping a rocketeer over. The first thing to do is try and get below the rocketeer, which is easier than you think, because 9 times out of 10 they're hovering above you. But if you fire from below, the force of the bullets will actually tip them over, and what you can do is you can send them in it like a downward spiral for them to drop on the ground and hopefully blow himself up. Number 2 is it's a lot easier to throw them off balance if there's already a thruster missing. If you destroy one of the thrusters, then aim for either the thruster on the same side or the front one on the opposite side, and this will throw them off balance a lot easier to quickly clean them up. This can lead to some pretty funny deaths for rocketeers. It's actually got some long range on it as well. If you find a rocketeer far away and you keep firing, you'll get the same effect that you would with an osprey with an extended barrel, and that is you just stun lock them. The only problem is the anvil can only hold 6 bullets, so it makes stun locking a bit more tricky. But the range on this combo is great. There's no problem at all. I thought with it being a shotgun, it would be like an El Toro, where it doesn't hit very far away. But you can see in these clips that the rocketeer is at least 100 metres away from me, and all the shots are hitting, doing damage, stun locking them, pushing them back, no problem at all. If you're enjoying the video, please leave a like or consider subscribing. It really helps me out and I would truly appreciate it. Cheers. I noticed as well during my testing that if you shoot him in the gun, it will tilt his body forward, and if you shoot the front of his face, like at the lip beside his red eyes, that will also tilt him forward. So I think a good general rule of thumb is, if you want to tilt him backward, shoot the back thrusters. If you want to tilt him forward, shoot his rocket gun below him, or shoot the front of his face and he'll actually tip forward. In the TikTok clip, the reason I think the rocketeer tipped so easily was because he was flying at a speed and the guy managed to shoot a shot under his thruster, which basically tilted him backward to do a loop-to-loop for him to crash into the extraction point. So shoot him when he's moving to add more velocity into your shots for a greater chance of flipping him. Now, I did try to replicate this effect with other guns. I put the extended barrel on a Renegade because a Renegade is my favourite gun, but as you can see, it just didn't have the same effect as the Anvil did with the splitter. I did also try the patina because I really want a reason to use the patina because I don't know, I just love the sound, the feel of it, but it's terrible. But again, it had no effect on the patina's velocity enough to push the Rocketeer or smaller flying arc. I have got a thought, but I've just not got the thing for it. I believe that maybe if you equip a kinetic converter along with the extended barrel, it might have the same effect due to the rate of fire going up, because I think the main reason why it works in the Anvil is because there's so many projectiles fired at the same time. So if you're able to up the fire rate with a kinetic converter and add an extended barrel, that's what I'm going to look to test next. But if you have this setup available, please try it out and let me know in the comments if it's a thing, because if we can replicate this effect with other guns, it would be amazing for Rocketeer or even just any flying arc hunting. I also test it out on other arc. For comets, it actually takes care of them quite quickly and has a chance to push them back, which gives you a bit more time to take them out before he blows up on you, which is really good. For leapers seem to get pushed back a little bit. It's not, as evident as the Rocketeer, but there is 100% instances where I was fighting leapers with this combo that they were kind of getting stalled a little bit, and it's really, really effective for blowing off the legs. There's definitely a few instances in this clip where I felt like the leaper get pushed back a little bit. Now, I'm not 100% sure if it was because I had somebody helping me or if it was the Anvil with the extended barrel setup, but you can see there that he's kind of flailing all over the place a little bit. His legs are jangling all over the place and he's not chasing me as much. So I don't know if this is the effect coming into play, but for sure this setup works really well against leapers anyway, especially for taking off the legs, and you essentially can make them immobile. I also tried out in bastions, but I wouldn't really recommend using a gun against a bastion or a bombardier, to be honest with you. You ideally want to be using grenades, but 3 or 4 shots to the yellow soft spot in the bastion's leg and he was down, so it is definitely viable against him. And because a shotgun as well, it would do even more damage up close. But again, I wouldn't really bring a gun to fight a bastion or a bombardier at this point. You've got grenades for that. The main problem with this loadout is gear fear, to be honest with you. You are putting a gold mod onto the Anvil, you're using the splitter, which I've already said isn't that common. Because of that, your people are scared of losing their gear. A couple of ways to alleviate this is get into a Care Bear lobby, go into PvE lobbies. If you're in a PvP lobby, go in on a free loadout and just surrender straight away. Do that enough until you're into the PvE lobbies. That'll greatly alleviate the pressure of having a gold mod. I think I used this for about 10 raids without anything happening to me. Also, I think Embark really need to do something about the gold mod gear fear. Maybe make it more common, or give us a lot more weapon mods that change the gun's functionality in its totality. I've already said this before in previous video, but why not have a gold mod for every gun instead of just the Anvil? Obviously we've got the kinetic converter, but that applies to most of the guns, whereas the Anvil splitter is purely for the Anvil. Why not introduce more gold weapon mods to change the functionality of our weapons? The setup isn't meta by any chance. At the end of the day, you can just bring in a Hornet driver and blow up the Rocketeer like this. That's easy. I've got a video which I'll link in the description. I went over covering this. But the Anvil splitter with the extended barrel combo is just fun. It's just fun to absolutely take the piss out of these arc, especially Rocketeers, because of how aggravating they can be. But give it a shot, let me know what you think, see how you get on. If you successfully tip something over, great. If not, it'll create some good fun times anyway. Thanks very much for your time. I really do appreciate you watching the video. As I said previously, if you liked it, any support you can show would greatly help with a small creator like myself. Likes, subscriptions, comments, all that good YouTube stuff. And I'll see you soon for more Raiders content. All the best. Cheers.